Hello everyone, magandang buhay sa lahat. Welcome na welcome po kayo dito sa aking Mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Sa video na ito ay papaliwanag ko po sa inyo about slope of a line of linear equation in two variables. As grade 8 student ay marami po tayong dapat matutunan about slope of a line. So una po is the definition of slope of a line. Then next is how to determine the slope given the equation. And then, what is the formula that can be used in calculating the slope of a line given its graph. So lahat po yan at iba pang topics about slope of a line ay ipapaliwanag ko po sa inyo with examples and illustrations in step by step. To start the lesson, these are the objectives that we are going to discuss in this lesson. Letter A, define the slope of a line. Letter B, describe the behavior of the slope of a line. Letter C, write linear equation into variables in slope-intercept form. Letter D, determine the slope and y-intercept given the equation. And letter E, determine the slope of a line given its graph. So lahat po itong objectives na ito ay ipipresent ko po sa inyo at papaliwanag ko po sa inyo in step by step. Okay, so let us define what is a slope. Slope is the steepness of a line. It is also the ratio of rise and run. It is denoted by m. So ano pong ibig sabihin ng description ng slope? Let me illustrate you using this figure. Ito po yung ating Cartesian coordinate plane. As I recall, horizontal line is the x-axis and the vertical line is the y-axis. So yung line po can be graphed in this Cartesian coordinate plane. So kapag meron po tayong line, meron po tayong slope. So ano pong ibig sabihin ng first statement, steepness of a line? So pag sinabi po nating steepness, yun po yung gaano katarik yung line. So pag sinabi po nating gaano katarik, ang tinutukoy po natin ay slope of a line. Okay? And for the second statement, ito po yung formula that can be used to calculate the slope of a line given the graph. Okay. The ratio of rise and run. Pag sinabi po nating ratio, ito po ay ipa-fraction natin numerator and denominator. At ang symbol daw po ng slope ay m. So, ito po yung ating formula based from the statement. Slope in symbol m is equal to rise over run. So, ayan po yung ating slope, rise over run. So, paano po natin i-determine yung rise and then yung run dito po sa ating line, dito po sa ating graph? Ito po, ganito lang po yon. Choose 2 points on the line. Let us say ito po yung ating point 1 at ito po yung ating point 2. Okay? At mula po point 1, you're going to count numbers above or upward hanggang po makatapat dito po sa isa pang point. Okay? Ito po yung rise. Bakit po rise? Kasi pagtaas, upward. At mula po dyan sa point na yan, going to the second point, yan po yung run. Bakit po run? Kasi horizontal. Okay, so again, yung pataas po, mula po sa first point ay rise. At from that point, going to the second point, that is called run. Okay. So, ito po kung gaano po o ilang units mula po sa point 1 papunta sa tapat sa horizontal, yun po yung rise. At mula po dito sa point na yan papunta po sa second point, yan po yung run. That is how to get or how to determine the slope. Okay. So ito po ay illustration ko pa lang po. Mamaya, ipapaliwanag ko po sa inyo yung mas broader discussion about how to get the slope of a line given the line. Okay, before we discuss on how to determine the slope of a line, let us discuss first this behavior of a line. So ano po ang ibig sabihin ng behavior of a line? It can be determined by its slope. So there are many behaviors of a line. Letter A, or the first behavior is the slope m is equal to positive. If the slope of a line is positive, then the line is rises from left to right. So ito po yung ating illustration. Given the Cartesian coordinate plane at ito po yung graph of a line. Okay, so kapag ang line po ay rises mula po sa left going to the right, o papataas po siya mula left to right, then ang slope daw po ng line na ito ay positive. Okay? For second behavior, the slope m of a line is negative. If the slope of a line is negative, then the line is rises from right to left. So, paano naman po yan? So, rises daw from right to left. So, yung line naman po ay papataas, papunta po sa left. Okay? Rises from right to left. Kapag ganito po yung line natin, then the slope is negative. Okay? Okay, so another behavior of a line, the slope m of a line is equal to 0. So kapag ang slope daw po ay equal to 0, then the line is horizontal. Okay, let me illustrate you. Ito po yung ating Cartesian plane at ito po yung ating line. So kapag ganito po yung line natin na horizontal line, then yung slope daw po niya is equal to 0. Okay? And the last behavior is the slope m of a line is undefined. So kapag undefined po yung slope of a line, then the line is vertical. Okay. So ano pong ibig sabihin ng vertical line? Ito po yung ating graph. So kapag line po natin ay vertical just like this one, then yung slope daw po niya ay undefined. So ano po yung undefined? So kapag pinag-uusapan po natin ay undefined, ito po ay tumutukoy sa fraction. For example, 4 over 0. Kapag 4 over 0, kapag ang denominator ay 0, then ito po ay undefined. Okay, so mamaya po matatakal pa po natin in getting the slope of a line if a line is vertical. Kung paano po naging undefined yung slope kapag ito po ay vertical. Okay, so let us discuss the slope-intercept form of the equation of linear equation in two variables. Okay, yung slope-intercept form po ay written in this form. Y is equal to mx plus b, wherein yung y po at x, yan po yung variables. At yung m ay slope at yung b po ay y-intercept. So ito po yan, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So, here are some examples of equation in slope-intercept form. So, number 1, pwede pong y is equal to 3x plus 9. Okay? Number 2, y is equal to negative 5x plus 6. Number 3, y is equal to 2 over 3x minus 4. And number 4, y is equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2. So, pwede pong fraction yung ating pong slope-intercept form. Not all the time, ito po ay whole number. Now, based from our slope-intercept form, m is slope and b is y-intercept. Mean to say, kapag ang equation po ay written in slope-intercept form, kagaya po nito, ay makukuha po natin directly or ma-determine po natin yung slope at y-intercept, yung m at b. Okay, sa first equation, y is equal to 3x plus 9, yung ating pong m is 3. So yung m po ay numerical coefficient ng x. So ang m po natin slope dito ay 3 at yung b po natin ay 9, ang b po ay y-intercept. So sulat ko po sa tapat niya. The slope is equal to 3 and y-intercept is equal to 9. Okay, so madali pong ma-determine yung slope at y-intercept kapag ang equation po ay written in slope-intercept form. How about number 2? Y is equal to negative 5x plus 6. Okay, so paano po kunin yung slope? Again, ang slope m ay numerical coefficient of x. Okay, so ang numerical coefficient of x dito po ay negative 5. So therefore, ang slope po dito sa number 2 ay negative 5. And then, yung y-intercept natin, ito pong b ay positive 6. Bakit po positive 6? Kasi ito po ay plus 6. So positive 6 po siya. Sa number 1 ay positive 9 kasi plus 9. How about this number 3 equation? Y is equal to 2 over x or y is equal to 2/3 x minus 4. Okay. So what is the slope? Fraction po yung number before x, mx. So number. Ibig sabihin po, yung slope po nito ay kukunin natin itong fraction, 2/3. Okay? the slope is equal to 2/3. Okay? And then, since ito po ay minus 4, ang y-intercept po nito ay negative 4. Iko-consider natin itong operation na minus as sign ng susunod na number. So, minus 4, kaya ito po ay negative 4. So, yung y-intercept is negative 4. Okay? How about this number 4 equation? Y is equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2. What is the slope? So yung slope po niyan ay ito pong numerical coefficient, negative 5 over 2. Okay, so this one, slope is negative 5 over 2 at ang y-intercept ay 7 over 2. Okay, this one. So not all the time ay whole number yung ating slope at y-intercept. Pwede pong fraction at pwede naman pong negative. Okay? How about naman kapag ang given ay this equation? 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Yung given equation natin is not written in slope-intercept form. Dito ay hindi po natin kaagad makikita yung slope at y-intercept. Pero, paano po natin i-determine yung slope at y-intercept given this equation? Okay? So, this is our next activity. This is the activity, direction. Write the equation in slope-intercept form and find the slope and y-intercept. Okay, here are the given equations. We have number 1, 6x plus 3y is equal to 12. Ito po ay standard form. Number 2, x minus 5y is equal to 10. Standard form also. Number 3, 3x plus 2y plus 8 equal to 0. Ito po ay general form. Now, lahat po ng equation na ito ay we are going to write it in slope-intercept form. At mula po doon, makukuha natin yung slope at yung kanyang y-intercept. Okay, unahin po natin yung number 1 equation. 6x plus 3y is equal to 12. We are going to write that in y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, so paano po? Mula po dito sa ating form, dapat y lang po ang nasa left ng equal sign. At lahat po ng terms ay nasa right. Okay, so dito po sa ating equation, 6x plus 3y, yung 6x po ay imumove natin sa right side para itong term na 3y ang maiwan po dito sa left side. Okay, ganito po yung kanyang solution. Okay? So yung 3y ay maiwan dito and then itong 6x ay imumove natin sa right side. So if you move 6x to the other side of equal sign, then change the sign. So from positive 6x will become negative 6x. And then, idagdag po natin itong nandito sa right side na 12. Positive 12 kapag idinugtong po natin, magiging plus 12. Okay, so we have now 3y is equal to negative 6x plus 12. Ang hinahanap po natin dapat y. So may kasamang 3, we need to remove 3. Okay? I-move po natin yung 3, dadala po natin sa right side ng equal sign. So how? By using division property. So we are going to divide 3 kasi ang gusto po nating i-move ay yung 3 kaya divide by 3. All the terms i-divide po natin sa 3 dapat. Ano po? Hindi lang po dito sa 3y i-divide yung 3. So lahat po ng terms. Okay? So ang purpose po niyan again, we can cancel 3. Para po ang maiwan na lang po dito sa left ng equal sign ay itong y na lang po. So this become, if you're going to simplify, y, and then negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2x. Okay? So again, negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2 and then yung variable x. And then plus 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Y is equal to negative 2x plus 4 is now written in slope-intercept form. Okay. So mula po dito sa ating equation, what is the slope M? What is the y-intercept B? Okay, so easy na po makita dito yung slope which is negative 2. So the slope is negative 2. Okay, this one, numerical coefficient ng x, negative 2 ang slope. And then yung y-intercept po natin is 4 or positive 4 kaya ito po, kasi ito po ay plus 4. So y-intercept is equal to 4. Okay, so how about this number 2 equation? We have x minus 5y is equal to 10. Ito po yun. Again, we need to write that in slope-intercept form. Okay? So yung y po dapat maiwan dito sa left ng equal sign. I-move po natin ulit yung x doon. Okay? Ito po yung ating computation. So kapag ni-move natin yung x going to right side of equal sign, ang matitira po dito ay minus 5y, kaya yan po ay negative 5y. Okay? So if you move positive x, change the sign will become negative x. Okay? Kaya negative x, then positive 10, idugtong po natin, positive 10 will become plus 10. So we have negative x plus 10. Okay? So here, may kasamang negative 5 yung y, dapat y lang po yan. Okay? May kasamang negative 5. We are going to remove negative 5 by dividing, of course, negative 5. Okay? So kapag nag-divide po tayo ng negative 5 dito sa left, lahat po ng terms ay i-divide po natin sa negative 5. Okay? Para po balance yung ating equation. So we can cancel negative 5, and then ang maiwan po dito sa left ng equal sign ay ito na lang pong y. Okay? So this become y is equal to negative x divided by negative 5 cannot be, sabi nyo. So, pwede lang pong i-remain na fraction, ganyan po yan. But, negative divided by negative is positive, gawin na po natin siyang positive kasi pareho na po silang negative. And then, we're going to add plus 10 divided by negative 2 is equal to, 10 divided by negative 5 is equal to negative 2. Since negative 2, kapag nilagay po natin minus 2. Hindi na po itong plus ang masusunod. Okay? Kung ano po yung sign na magiging result kapag nag-divide kayo, yun po yung magiging operation. So kapag positive, ay di plus. Kapag negative po ang result, ay di minus. So 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2, kaya ito po ay minus 2. Now, that is the equation in slope-intercept form. Paano po natin ngayon dito kukunin yung kanyang slope? Okay. Ganito po yung ating equation, may fraction. Y is equal to x over 5 minus 2. So, ang fraction po niyan, o yung numerical coefficient po niyan ng x ay, ito lang po yon. Okay? So, ang slope po niya ay 1 over 5. So, yung x po sa numerator may kasamang 1 na numerical coefficient. Okay? Understood po na pag walang numerical coefficient, ito po ay 1. So, kapag 1 po yung numerical coefficient ng x sa numerator, kukunin po natin 1 over 5. Okay? Kaya iyan po yung kanyang slope. And then, ang kanyang y-intercept b is negative 2 kasi ito po ay minus 2. Okay? Okay, so about this number 3 equation, 3x plus 2y plus 8 equals 0. Okay, tinas ko po dito. Now, we are going to write this equation in slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b. So, paano po ito i-write? Ganito lang po yun yung kanyang simple solution. Ito pong 2y, o yung term na may y, dapat maiwan po sa left side kasi y po ay nasa left ng equal sign. Okay, bilugan ko. Ito pong 2y ay maiwan po dito sa left side. At itong 3x at 8 ay imumove po natin sa right side ng equal sign. So, this will become, okay, so kung maiwan po yung 2y, so 2y is equal to, if you move 3x to the other side of equal sign, change the sign, positive 3x will become negative 3x. And then, ito pong plus 8, change the sign, minus 8. Okay, kaya po minus 8 dito po sa right side. So, we have now 2y is equal to negative 3x minus 8. May kasama pong 2 yung y, we're going to remove. Dapat kasi y lang po dito sa left side, so may kasamang 2. So, we are going to remove 2 by dividing 2 to all the terms. Okay, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Then, we can cancel 2. So, ang maiwan po dito sa left ng equal sign ay y. So, let's become y is equal to negative 3x over 2. We cannot divide negative 3 by 2, kaya i-copy lang po natin negative 3x divided by 2. Okay? Then next, minus 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So, minus 4 po siya. Now, this equation is written now in slope-intercept form. So, mula po dito sa ating equation, what is the slope? So, ang slope po dito ay yung number na kasama ng x. Ano po? So, ang slope po dyan ay negative 3 over 2. So, bakit po negative 3 over 2 ang slope? Ito po, negative 3, numerical coefficient of x, and then ang denominator po ay 2, kaya negative 3 over 2. So, that is the slope. And then the y-intercept is lang po, minus 4, kaya negative 4 po ang y-intercept. Okay, so let's have another activity. Find the slope of a line given its graph. Ito po yung ating first example. This is the graph of linear equation in two variables. Its graph is a line. Now, mula po sa line na ito, how we determine the slope of this line? So again, as I recall, the slope of a line is m is equal to rise over run. Now, how to determine the rise and then the run from this line? Okay, ito po yung simple statement to determine the slope or to determine the rise and then the run. Slope is that count the ratio of rise, positive if upward and negative if downward. And run, positive if going to the right and negative if going to the left. To the second point. Meaning to say, my first point at my second point. Okay, let me illustrate you this statement. Kuha po tayo ng 2 points mula po dito sa ating line. Ang pagkuha po ng points ay dapat nasa intersection ng vertical at horizontal line. Ano po? So, dito po sa ating line, ito po yung intersection ng vertical at horizontal na dinaanan ng line. Ano po? Dumaan po itong line na ito dito po sa point na 'yan. At kailangan po natin mag-determine pa ng isang point kasi dalawang points dapat. So dito po sa part na ito, kasi yung point na ito ay intersection ng horizontal at vertical at dito rin dumaan itong line. Okay? O yan. So lagyan po natin ng point. Mahirap po kasi kapag kumuha tayo ng point dito, walang number na nakatapat. Ano po? Kaya mahirap pong kunin yung exact value. Kaya mas maganda po kapag kumuha tayo ng points, ay dapat nasa exact location po siya. Nasa intersection ng horizontal and vertical line. Okay, so meron na po tayong dalawang points. So lagyan po natin ng point 1 and then point 2 para po sa dalawang points. Okay, so mula po dito sa point 1 and point 2, ilolocate po natin yung rise at yung run. So sabi po sa rise here, guhitan ko po yung rise. Ang rise daw po is positive if upward and negative if downward. Okay, so mula po sa point 1, i-connect po natin sa point 2. So para mapunta po dito sa point 2, dapat ang paglolocate po ay upward or downward. Okay, so upward tayo, then going to the right. Bakit po? Kasi doon ang location po niya. Hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-shortcut na pupunta doon. So upward and then papunta, going to the right para makapunta po doon. Kapag magda-downward po kasi tayo, halimbawa downward ang gusto natin, then papunta po tayo doon sa right, hindi po natin matutukoy yung point doon. Ano po? Kaya dapat, pag kinuha po natin yung rise and run, makarating po tayo sa second point. Okay? Kaya ang rise po dyan ay ito po, lagyan ko po ng symbol. Okay, ito po yung rise, hanggang dito lang po yan. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi nakatapat na sa second point. At yung run po ay going to the right. So sabi po niya, positive if going to the right. So mula po sa point na ito, papunta sa right para sa second point, yan po ay going to the right. So yan po ay positive. Okay? Kaya paano po natin kunin yung rise? Bibilangin lang po natin kung ilang pong units. So mula po sa point 1 going here, ang rise po natin ay 1. And then, papunta po sa right, bilangin po natin 1, 2. Ang run po ay is equal to 2. Okay, this become rise is equal to 1 and run is equal to 2. Okay, so the slope is 1 over 2. At yung 1/2 po ay positive kasi upward, sabi po natin kanina, positive. And then, going to the right is positive. Okay? Okay, so how about this number 2 example? Ito po yung ating graph of linear equation in two variables. Ito po yung ating line. So yung line po natin ay again, it rises from left to right. So sa behavior po ng line, ang slope po nito ay positive kasi from left to right po ang rises niya. Now, how to determine the slope of this line? Again, kuha po tayo ng 2 points kasi kailangan po natin yung rise over run. So, i-determine po natin yung 2 points. Ito po yung 2 points na na-determine ko. Ito po yung point 1 at ito po yung point 2. Bakit po? Kasi itong point na ito ay nasa intersection. Okay? At dito din dumaan yung line. Kaya ito po ang gusto kong kunin na point. And then another point is here. Ito pong line na ito, or ito pong point na ito ay dinaanan ng horizontal at vertical at the same time dinaanan po ng line. Kaya diyan ko po kukunin. Okay? So, meron pa bang ibang point dito na dinaanan ng line sa intersection? Ito po kasing point dito medyo alanganin po siya. Ano po? Kasi medyo tagilid. So, mas exact po itong point na ito at this point. Okay. Let us say this point is point 1 at yung nasa taas naman po ay point 2. Okay. Kunin po natin yung rise. So, ang rise po ay upward or downward. Kapag downward, and then malayo na po yung point. Dapat upward po tayo. At isa pang line, going there, makakapunta na po tayo sa second point. Ano po? Kaya ang rise po natin ay going upward. Okay, so mula po dito sa point 1 hanggang sa tapat ng point 2. Okay, ito na po yung ating rise. Okay, at ang run po natin ay mula po sa tapat ng point 1 going to point 2. Yan po yung ating run. So, ilan po yung ating rise? Bilangin po natin mula point 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 po yung ating run at yung ating rise is 4. Yung run po natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yung ating pong run ay 7. So, this become 4, rise, run ay 7. So, the slope is 4 over 7. So, again, ang line po ay rises from left to right, kaya ito po ay positive. Okay? How about this number 3 example? So, yung ating pong line is rises from right to left. Sa behavior of a line, kapag ang line po ay rises from right to left, ito pong slope niya ay negative. So, paano po kaya magne-negative ang slope po ng line na ito? Okay, i-determine po natin yung rise and run by plotting first 2 points. So, alin po dito yung points na dinaanan ng line na nasa intersection ng X and Y. Okay? Or ng vertical at horizontal line. So, ito po parang dinaanan po sa part na ito and okay, this one. Parang dumaan po dito yung line. Ano po? Ito po yung intersection ng horizontal at vertical. So, pwede po yan i-point natin. Ito po yung ating point 1 at ito po yung ating point 2. Okay? So, mula po sa point 1, ilolocate natin yung point 2 by using rise and run. So, ira-rise po natin pataas and then going to the left po natin para makapunta sa second point. Okay, so ang rise po natin dyan ay 1, 2, 3. Upward, positive po yan. So, positive 3 ang rise. At yung run po niya ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 po going to the left. Sabi po niya, okay, negative if going to the left. So, negative 7 po yung kanyang run. So, this become, ang rise po niya ay 3. So, 1, 2, 3 again. At ang run po niya ay negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to the left kaya negative 7. So, the slope of this line is 3 over negative 7. So, again, negative po yung slope niya kasi ito po ay rises from right to left. How about this number 4 example? Yung ating pong line is a horizontal line. Based po sa ating discussion kanina, ang slope po ng horizontal line is equal to 0. But, how to determine, how to calculate that the slope of this line is equal to 0? So, ganito lang po yun. Mula po sa ating formula, rise over run, we need to identify 2 points from the line. Okay, for example, ito po yung ating 2 points. So again, ang pagkuha po ng point ay dapat nasa intersection ng vertical and horizontal line. So ito po yung intersection, ito po yung other intersection. So kahit saan po dito na intersection, pwede po. So ang na-choose ko po ay ito pong dalawang points. We name this one as point 1 and then the other one is point 2. Now, we're going to count the rise. Ilan po yung rise dyan? So meron po bang pagtaas? So wala pong rise dyan kasi po horizontal po yung ating line. So hindi po tumaas yung ating line kaya wala po siyang rise. So ang rise po dyan ay 0. Okay? Paano po yung run? Ang run po ay horizontal. So mula po dito, ika-count lang po natin going there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang run po niya ay 4. So this become rise is equal to 0 and run is equal to 4. So ang slope po niya ay 0 over 4. And 0 divided by 4 is equal to 0. Kaya kahit ano pong kunin yung run dito, 0 divided by any number is equal to 0 also. So the slope of this line is equal to 0. Okay, for number 5 example, the given line is a vertical line. So based po sa ating discussion kanina, na kapag ang line po ay vertical line, then the slope is undefined. Pero paano po ba makompute na ang slope ng vertical line ay undefined? So ganito lang po yun. Mula po sa ating formula, m slope is equal to rise over run. So we are going to determine the rise and then run from this line. So determine natin yung 2 points. Let us say ito po yung dalawang points na nakuha ko. And then yung point 1, itong nasa taas, yung point 2 nasa baba. Now, we're going to determine the rise. So yung rise po ang mayroon kasi papataas po yung line. So mayroon po siyang rise. Okay. So ang rise po niya from point 1 ay, count natin 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 po. But point 1 ay nasa taas, yung point 2 ay nasa baba. So pababa po yung ating count. Kapag downward, sabi po niya, negative if downward. Kaya ang rise po nito ay negative 4. Okay? How about run? Ano yung run niya? Since yung una pa lang natin na connection, rise pa lang ay napunta na sa second point, wala na po siyang run. So 0 po yung kanyang run. Okay? Lagay po natin. The rise is equal to negative 4 kasi from point 1 downward to point 2. And then yung run po niya ay 0 kasi nakarating na kaagad tayo dito sa second point. If you are going to simplify, negative 4 divided by 0, then the answer is undefined. So kahit na anong number dito sa ating numerator, kapag ang denominator po ay 0, then the answer is always undefined. Okay, kaya po, undefined po ang slope kapag ang line po ay vertical line. To end up the lesson, let's have these activities. For activity A, write the equation in slope-intercept form and find the slope and y-intercept. So we have two equations here. And for activity B, find the slope of the line given its graph below. So ito po yung ating graph of our equation. Then try to get the slope by determining the rise and then the run. Okay, so kung mayroon po kayong sagot, baka pwede naman pong i-share sa amin by typing your answer in the comment section below. Salamat sa panood mga anak. I hope that you learned something from this simple discussion. See you on my next video lesson.